Welcome to SRB TV. Come on now!
Yeah! We are here.
Hello everyone, welcome to our episode of SRB TV. I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And then on today's episode we are continuing our adventures with Young Justice, with Phantom, Season 4, Episode
19.
I was gonna get there.
Is it Encounter Upon the Razor's Edge?
Yeah, so previously we are continuing our journey with Rocket now.
We're pretty much, let me see here. Now we're on Forager's home, pretty much home world, pretty much in the super town, pretty much being run by the New Gods. And they're trying, at the time, they were trying to pretty much, they were there with the Justice League. Green Lantern Corps is also supposed to be there, but also New Gods to build this new treaty that they're trying to do. And at the same time, other things are happening within Forager's pretty much civilization, at least. Them trying to get something pretty much, but then not realizing that this device has been manipulated in a way. You have that, and then we also have pretty much on Apocalypse, we see Megan's brother, kind of working for Darkseid. Looks like he's trying to do, working his way towards something.
So basically, they just have him grabbing anybody who even remotely thinks about rebelling against.
Well, right now we don't know what's going on because, like I said, it seems like they did that, but it was more or less what it was is that he's like kind of working for Darkseid for I guess making up for something, because it's like serving them to do something in a way, and then we see Zod. Not Zod, but the son of Zod pretty much show up in the bubble.
Yes, okay, so it turns out the one the Legion after just so happens to be a descendant of General Zod.
Yeah, he's a descendant of General Zod.
And Darkseid tells him to take this bomb, which is the one that blew up in Superboy and Legion Girl's face, and as well as Megan's brother to go back in time to plant a bomb underneath the throne room so it can go off. We don't know what Darkseid's grand plan is yet. Yeah. But there has to be a reason. We haven't figured out.
There's got to be a reason what they're trying to do. So far, we've seen Vandal Savage overall try to take the throne. With Atlantis, that didn't go so well. And it's like what's the other? It's like who's going to succeed in overall what they're trying to do for their mission? That's the big question. And where is this all leading to at this point? That's a big overall question. And then we jump back with Connor with Superboy, and pretty much we finally realize that he's technically not dead. They are technically in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. So
where they pretty much encounter the one and only General Zod, Drew Zod, pretty much, who's also there.
Yes.
So that's where we kind of leave it hanging there.
So for some reason, the bomb they set off sent Superboy and you said her name last episode? The Legionnaire girl. I'm just gonna say that for now. Sent them both to the Phantom Zone, which makes you wonder what their grand plan.
Phantom Girl.
Phantom Girl. Phantom Girl. Phantom Zone. Phantom Girl. The reason they set that bomb there. What was their goal with doing this to the royal family of the Martians?
I don't think the explosion was sent them to the Phantom Zone. I think Phantom Girl, she got there, and I think she pretty much was the one, and that's what I said, and knocked her unconscious.
So you believe at the last second she grabbed Connor and was going to suck him into somewhere else.
Somehow it knocked her out in the process.
And knocked her loopy, so instead of going somewhere where it was just like temporary, jump through.
No, that's why, and hence why I keep saying that it's like his key out of there, or at least right now their key out of there, is Phantom Girl. Yes. She's going to be the key of getting out. And like I said, that's how come she's been unconscious this whole time. Because it's like we, trying to build up to it.
We didn't bring that up either. The one who sabotaged the device back on the New Gods plan was McGann's brother. So that has something to do as well, because they're going on with peace negotiations between the Justice League, the New Gods, and the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah. So we're still leaning on that. So let's dive into this and see if these peace treaties pretty much start to go out. We'll figure out what's going on with Connor within the Phantom Zone, and more about what's truly going on with the Son of Zod. Pretty much seeing what's happening there. So let's dive back into this again. This is for Young Justice Phantoms, Season 4, Episode 19, Encounter Upon the Razor's Edge. So here we go.
They went.
Was that Bart?
No, that's Wally.
But he's saying he's not from that timeline.
No, yeah, it's. They went to Bart Allen, the Impulse.
I told you what you need to do.
It's just a grown-up one we haven't seen in a while.
Dark side.
We thought it was Wally. To be fair, he looks dead on like Wally, but it's actually Bart. Okay, no, that's fine. That's
Sorry, somebody corrected us
that's a
in
party,
the comments, and we didn't read that.
That's a party foul in our case. Like,
probably didn't read the comments there. Pretty much. Probably somebody
because
mentioned
we
in the
kept on
comments.
forgetting they don't have a time machine. We forgot that part. So they went to Bart.
Or somebody mentioned it in the prayer comments and we didn't read it.
That is our bad, but at least clarify now. Thank you for realizing that.
Granwilla's ghost. This ain't no Blue Lantern. This is Razor.
Kilowog?
Wait.
It is as I feared.
Wait, Chris! From the original Green Lantern CG animated series!
Shush, I don't remember.
Oh, shit!
Coming up in the world.
And I am all out.
I don't remember, honestly. It's been that long.
Oh! Long short used to be a Red Lantern, eventually down to be a Blue Lantern by the end of the show.
Blue.
You
Blue.
have not changed a bit, my friend.
Oh my god.
The red, blue, yeah, see?
Have I?
Hey, here.
Shortly after we parted, a Blue Lantern ring powered
That's what happened, Ian.
found me in deepest space. I took it as a sign to finally abandon my anger, and gladly did so. I could not.
Loyal followers, along with like-minded Daxamites, to a nearby planet under a yellow sun. Now that we have our rightful powers, my father made a valiant attempt to lead a rebellion against the United Planets.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
General Zod was a menace, determined to assert his dominance over everyone and everything.
Had no choice but to destroy it.
Oh.
And that permanently consigned my mother and father to the hell of the Phantom Zone. And this Legion, who do you think inspired its very existence? Superboy, Con-El, a member of
So
the
he
first
was the
rebellion.
target.
That made him twice my enemy. So planning ahead.
Stop Zod from stopping our
So the Legion... Superboy was always the key for the Legion to be the Legion.
Yeah.
Makes so much sense now.
The big bad Granny Goodness got away. Thanks to you Earthlings.
Earthlings, including the 3 Green Lanterns on the scene?
Why are there so many Green Lanterns from Earth?
It's hard to find qualified GLs. You know,
Wow.
screwing
How, like,
conditions
what am I,
on Earth.
Chuck Liver?
There's a lot of potential candidates.
The nation, to minimize interference with the time stream, compelled them to maintain their distance from my prey. Your heart was in the right place setting that gene bomb, Malavak. All that was missing was a lead box of kryptonite, and Con-El was as good as dead.
died.
So
But they
you
don't know.
killed my sister's fiancé?
You have a problem with that?
No. I simply wanted to thank you.
So he doesn't know they didn't die.
Yeah,
They got thrown
As of
in.
right now, they don't know.
Vogel, I am in the middle of an intergalactic summit.
When we met, I saw an opportunity to study not one ring, but 2. Thus, I convinced you to make an exchange. To reaching that conclusion, yes. Since then, I have been occupied with 2 endeavors. 1, studying the red ring, its properties and potential, and 2, providing you, surreptitiously, with clues to aid you in your quest.
Oh.
False clues that could only lead to dead ends. Full potential.
God damn it.
Forager is very...
All that work to waste.
Forager has a way of saying exactly what Forager was thinking.
Oh.
What is this?
Whoa.
Nice.
Half and half.
Dude.
Yep. Half and half.
What?
Half and half. Half rage and half hope.
Why not both? Honest!
Why not both?
I will have those rings.
That's a first I've ever seen for a Green Lantern.
Merge them together.
This Razor was gonna talk to some poozer named Metron.
Say no more.
Yeah! I like that. Yeah, that's Metron.
I love it.
Yeah.
Go.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's Metron. We know.
Guys.
Kinda.
But foragers are happy to be
I think it's annoying to say after a while.
It seems I have more to atone for.
That is so cool! They finished wrapping up his story in this episode. Awesome! So happy.
Cool.
That.
It's not how it was before.
Sir.
At least, I'm hopeful it doesn't have to be.
Rage, hope, Nords. You got a ton of willpower, too. We should get you a green ring. Before you know it, you'll have rainbow power. So, what's next?
And using my assassination of Superboy as a calling card, appealed to Darkseid himself. We made a tentative deal, a winner-take-all arrangement, which he said was similar to a pact he'd made before with some savage or other. Unfortunately, Darkseid.
Ta-da! As promised, one bioship, now with its very own cosmic treadmill!
Oh.
That's what he was putting together.
Nice.
So they could travel back to... Doesn't sound right, but yeah.
Out of context, Young Justice clip.
That is not how it was before.
What the hell? Orion.
And that was a very eventful episode of Young Justice.
Not very eventful, more very exposition-filled episode.
No.
Yes. It's an exposition-filled because it helped us figure out what was going on with the whole time
But
thing.
also, it did something I was not fucking expecting, and capping off and continuing the stories of one of the characters from the Green Lantern animated series, which is a very underrated show because it got overlooked because it was using like TV quality CG animation, but it was really good. Like if you can find it, I think it's on HBO Max or Max or whatever. I think it's on there. I suggest checking it out. It's a really underrated show. Basically, in layman's terms, at the end of the show, he was still in pursuit of the Green Lantern ship's AI, Aya, who reminded him of his original wife, and they formed, with Aya, he formed a new bond, but because of the events of the now series finale of the show, she had to make an ultimate sacrifice. So, he was still trying to figure out how to get rid of the Red Lantern ring.
Yeah.
And he was hopeful. And in the end, they show him flying off. And like I say in the flash, they show him flying off. But in the back, you see a blue lantern ring pop up and go after him. And they continue that here. And I think this is the most I've ever marked out for something DC related compared to you.
Yeah.
Like, I was so happy when I saw it. I was like, wait, Razor. Oh, shit. Like, it is so cool. They finally continued his story. And in a weird, unique way that only comic books can do, now he is half Red Lantern and Blue Lantern.
Yeah.
He is both, he's yin and yang. He is basically both light and dark in this case.
Yeah, that's true.
And I love, my favorite part is like, who's it? Like, what was the guy in Metron? He's like, Metron? Say no more. It's like the new guys get it. It's like, he does this a lot. It's just so cool they were able to cap off his story and still continue his pursuit of Aya as well.
Yeah.
Loved it. Amazing. They kept the continuity in because it was basically the same writers who worked on Young Justice doing that show as well. I love that they did. A+ on my marks for that.
Oh yeah.
And I love the exposition we got, which finally explains so much.
Everything, what's going on with the time travel, and pretty much from the beginning of like what was going on, what was happening, and it's pretty much what we expected. Pretty much, it's like he wanted to go back and take out the one true person that pretty much inspired the Legion that took out his father permanently in the actual Phantom Zone. You know, so that's why. So they planned this whole thing out just to get what they need to get, pretty much from, you know, to take out Connor, and all this leading to now that you got to get something out of Metron's safe. Pretty much, which I would assume is the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. So Lord Zod thinks he killed the Legionnaire and Superboy, when in actuality,
he doesn't know what truly happened. Which like I said, it goes back to what I just stated before, which is Phantom Girl leading them to the Phantom Zone, the one place that she probably at the time was like only place she could really take them at that moment.
Yeah, in that brief moment where she grabs him, they still get hit with the explosion and get knocked unconscious in the Phantom Zone.
That's why I said, as of right now, he thinks they're dead, or they think pretty much their Legionnaire is dead. You know, so it's like that's going to be the surprise for him. But he's been playing this whole thing out, and that's what's been going on.
I want to see if Zatanna starts showing up again, because she's the one who spotted like Connor, you know. So
well, we'll have to see it. Like I said, it feels like all of this is working its way up to it, to that moment, you know. So who knows if she does, or at least brings up to somebody going, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening overall."
And who thought? Like, okay, I get it. They shouldn't have been prisoners in there for so long in the Phantom Zone, but did you not just pull something out of your ass and go, "What if we just talk with each person in the Phantom Zone and get a better judge of character?" Because you don't just flat out let Zod go free. Like, I'm sorry. That makes no sense. Because I was not surprised. It's like, oh yeah, he tried to lead a rebellion and try to kill us all. Wow.
And
what a shocker.
I like how his son thinks it's just like, oh, they couldn't handle his leadership and stuff like that. He's like, no, he wanted to take over everything.
Yeah, he's a maniacal maniac, dictator.
He wanted to take over everything. That's why it's like, even they stated going, he wanted to take over everything.
So another thing interesting to brought up is that he brings up how do you think we're going to see his mom there? Because, like, we only see Zod. We know,
maybe.
We now know, thanks to the Legion, that Zod and his entire army are in the Phantom Zone. So I'm curious to see where that goes as well.
And another question too is that if he does get out, pretty much, will he be more or less proud of what his son is doing? You know, where it's like, it's because you've seen those before where they're like, he's like, I didn't want this life for you. This was my life I wanted to live, but I didn't want it for you. And it's like, now look what you become. You know, would it be that, or is he gonna be more, you know, proud of like, I'm proud of what you've done type of situation? That's the big question. And like you said too, is the mother gonna chime in or somehow chime into this, all stopping this overall, fixing this? You know, it's like convincing her son of going, you need to fix this. You're breaking the timeline.
One of my favorite meta joke in this episode is them going, why are there so many Earth Green Lanterns? It's like,
no, mine is pretty much where they're like, well, a friend of ours went to go see some guy, some poser named Metron, going, that explains it. Yeah,
I love it because you think they would just get pissed, and when they say Metron's fucking with somebody, they go,
yeah, they're used to it already. They're used to, this is how Metron works. It's like, we know this is him. And I love when he rebuilt the statues. You know, right? It's like, that's not how they went. It's like, well, guess what? Now they are.
But honestly, I think I love this episode the most just because the exposition.
Like you said, I understand what you're saying. I like what you're saying. Is like they finally wrapped up a story that some people want a story to be wrapped up.
Like a loose thread, because they, like I said, the end of the show was like just the ring, the blue layering going after him. We never know what happened after, and getting to see all of that here was such a delight.
Seeing his backstory, just a quick moment, and then finally seeing it all come to fruition.
Yeah.
Of it's like we finally tied a loose end and wrapped up his story that we wanted.
Like I said, I believe it's on Max. Check it out.
No, I've seen the series. What I'm saying is I've watched the series.
No, I'm talking to...
I don't know. I believe it is. I don't know if it is or not.
I'm talking to...
I don't know. So they could check or search for it. Either which way, don't even look for it. But like I said, it's just been such a long time since I've seen the animated show. That's why it took me... I wasn't as hyped up.
It took me a split second.
Because again, it's like I enjoyed the series, but it was like I wasn't that deep into the series.
He looked like him. I was like, he said Razor, and it was like everything just came flooding back. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, but
I think
it was a good episode, good solid episode.
Very well done episode. Mm-hmm. We got all the exposition we need to get us through the rest, because now they don't know Superboy and the Legionnaires is still alive. Mm-hmm. As far as Legion concerned, their only hope is the Cosmic Treadwheel and Bart Allen. And now Rocket still has to deal with his negotiations, because we didn't bring that up, which is like they're trying to get the new gods to agree to help them with any outworld business involving Apocalypse. But the problem is, because of that initial treaty between New Genesis and Apocalypse, their hands are tied.
Yeah.
And so that's why Rocket, on top of having to have the challenges of like taking care of her like autistic son, has to now figure out how to get these two sides to agree to get a little help here, you know? Really good episode. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about some DC animated goodness, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know what you guys' thoughts are on this episode. Did you guys really love this episode? Did you guys, you know, for those who really were into the Green Lantern animated show and you really loved how they kind of wrapped up his story for Razor itself, did you have the same excitement level, or did it kind of like, it took you a while, like for me as well, where it's like, oh, now I remember this character type of situation? We weren't as excited, but even if you weren't, or if you were, you know, what was your kind of like intention towards it? Was it like, cool, I like how they're kind of wrapping up a character from another show that pretty much got canned and stuff like that, but wrapping up that character story? Did you guys enjoy that overall, and when that time came? And then overall, you know, what were you guys' thoughts even with when it came to like finally the exposition dump of all, pretty much, for like what's going on with the time travel situation? I mean, was it pretty cool how this is all planned out, how it was set up and everything? Again, I love the writing in this Young Justice series. I love how they bring up the writing, and I hope they bring that into the fold of the DCU pretty much for the live action films. Hopefully they learn from what Young Justice writing is doing all about, and it's just fantastic. Let us know what you guys' thoughts are of our reaction to this episode. Put down what you thought overall of your reaction as well. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
And of course, in the next episode, SRBTV Dealing with Young Justice, we're going to be tackling Phantom Season 4, Episode 20.
Forbidden Secrets of Civilization's Past.
Okay. And so yeah, and check out our previous reaction to Episode 18. But until next time, though, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very one too many Earthling Green Lanterns filled episode of SRB TV.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
as well as one of our other SRB shows,
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can find us on Twitter and Stardust
at Super React Bros,
as well as on Facebook
at Super Reaction Bros.